I've forgotten how to stream. This is like the one thing that I tried to keep my legs on and my ability to do in memory, and I can't ever remember how to do it. Does it go this way or that way? It goes that way? Something looks off today. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the camera, it's me, it's the fact that the game is like dark, or like, I don't know what it is. Something feels off about the webcam. Like, I feel very small. I feel like I'm very visible in my like 5'8"ness right now. I don't, what the hell? No, Bandai guy did not reply, but also I probably like hit him up at a bad time. I would imagine that email got like lost in the ether. What the fuck? Where am I going? Okay, there we go. But so I'll probably just re-email the Bamco guy. I'll do that tomorrow. I think tomorrow I have to do like quite a lot. Tomorrow I have to sort out my taxes, not because I have to sort out my taxes, because I realized that I am getting to the point where I haven't done my taxes because I'm putting off my taxes. It's not that it hasn't like, I haven't gotten to the opportunity where I could do my taxes. I'm going, oh, but I don't wanna. And it's like, no, brother, you don't want to get done for tax evasion, and then they go to fine you however much you tax evaded, and then they go, what the fuck? You didn't even make enough to be in the tax bracket. And I'm like, I know. I was ashamed to file my taxes because I'm poor. Do I still main Heihachi? Fuck yeah, I do. I'm still gonna main Heihachi. I would imagine, and I mean this completely unironically, I would imagine that I'm going to main Kuma in Tekken 8 because he has the Heihachi-isms. And then on top of that, if Kuma is not my guy in Tekken 8, I'm gonna try them. I'm gonna try it in this order. I'm gonna go Kuma. That's the GOAT. He's a big bear, funny man, and he has electrics now. That's fucking crazy. Then it's gonna go Panda. She is a funny guy. She is just Kuma, but in the next game. Then it's gonna be Deviljin, so I'm going from funny to edgy as fuck. And then if all three of them aren't like my source, I don't know, I'm having plain chicken at that point. Like, I'm gonna go back to Grand Blue. I don't know. I'm gonna miss Tekken 7? No, you're not. Actually, you might. This is one of those rare situations where it's like, I wasn't around for Tekken 6, and I definitely wasn't around for Tekken, like, 5, or even, like, Tekken 7 Arcade. I came into, like, Tekken properly around, like, end of Season 1. And so, it might be the case that we get into Tekken 8 a week later where, like, this game's actually ass. We're not being, like, you know, gaslighting ourselves by saying, actually, no, the one that we all hated was really good. And then we end up in a position where we actually want to play Tekken 7, but there's no player base for it. Maybe there will be. Maybe this is going to be the rare situation where people treat Tekken like it's Street Fighter and actually play the older versions. Unlike before where, you know, it's like, new Tekken's out, guess we're not going to play the last one because the last one's on hardware that nobody has. Everyone talks about Tekken Tag 2 like it's crazy, nobody is playing Tekken Tag 2. Unlike Street Fighter 4, where people go, that game is nuts, and then people actually play it. Why don't you try Tekken some bitches out? Because I am an adult virgin. I'm scared of women. I saw a video on YouTube today. Like, one of the advertised videos. It wasn't like a video that I actively chose to watch. I saw a video advertised to me today of going from single to engaged in 6 months, and it blew my mind. I didn't realize that, like, because obviously, like, as a guy on the internet, you rock up, you log in, you head onto YouTube. What's, like, the first thing that you see? First of all, it's a 20-hour retrospective that on a game that you didn't care about and the person who made the video has never actually played. And then second thing that you see, it's always a 15-second video on something that you don't care about and the person who made it doesn't even know exists. And then third, you see an advertisement for You're lonely as hell. How to find and talk to women. For me, it's always like, you want to talk to Ukrainian women. But I would imagine that's because I'm in Europe. For you, it might be a little bit different. It might have figured out what your demographic of pretty sensitive to talk about groups of people are and gone, you want to date them, right? I didn't realize that, like, it's so bad that now even it's like, hey, ladies, do you want to find a guy? And it's like, what the hell's going on? Have they ran out of men to scam? I didn't know it was possible. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised that the ads haven't made a goth girls versions of the dating ad. What do you mean? They definitely have. It's definitely just, like, gone out of fashion. And then, like, in a year's time, when there's going to be more people to scam, it's going to come back up. Just give it some time. It's not that they haven't made it, it's that they stopped showing it to you. If I wasn't streaming right now, I would be playing against this guy. I'd think to myself, this guy's fucking hacking. And then I would rage quit, throw my stick, and probably think to myself, that guy should kill himself, but then I wouldn't say it on stream. It's becoming a problem, by the way. My brain is, like, rotten with aggressive tendencies lately. I'm playing Clash Royale against a 6-year-old. They, like, get a slightly better army composition than me by complete fucking accident. And my first thought isn't like, oh, I kind of fucked up. It's like, that child should be dead. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Am I stupid? The answer is yes, obviously. I haven't been able to seduce women after they shut down Miiverse. What the hell are you talking about, brother? I just got past an ad and the first thing that I hear is should be dead. Oh, you're gonna watch that. You're gonna want to watch that bit back. I just got past an ad and the first thing that I hear is should be dead, and then someone responds to that is LTG moment. And for a second, I wanted to, like, get mad at you, because I'm like, come on, it wasn't that bad. And now I've thought about it, and I'm like, it kind of was. That 6-year-old behavior, it's 6-year-old behavior to win against me in Clash Royale, that is true. This guy is based non-tawny legal costume havers. I mean this with all sincerity, but it makes sense that this is, like, banned in tournament. But people need to start using banned costumes more. It is too funny, but people need to start wearing goofy-ass costumes again. When Tekken 7, like, first released, everyone was doing, like, let's do some dumb shit. The guy from He-Man versus the other guy from He-Man. And then, I don't know, like, a year later, everyone was like, I'm using default costumes, or I'm using the one where the guy is in a suit, and that's it. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Did we stop learning how to have fun? That's Malphite from League of Legends. It do kind of be like that. Just push button, do punch. You are super rad. You are a smart guy, but you play fighting games the way that they were designed in 1996. Which, God bless your soul. But also, you can't just be pressing buttons and do punch anymore. That's gonna get you fucking nowhere real fast. Also, the range, what the hell? It makes me so sad that I am getting trolled in my favorite question mark video game. No talking, no nothing. The viewership, it plummets or raises incredibly high. I don't know how streaming works. And we get one round. We don't get a whole game. That's definitely not happening. Do you feel like, okay, I feel like with my personality, not my personality, with my hobbies, that I have very slowly isolated down to the nerdiest shit possible. I have made it so my life is destined to be filled with, like, eccentric people, but eccentric nobodies, you know? I'm not gonna meet an artist that's, like, multi-millionaire, but I'm definitely going to meet an artist who, for like a week of their life, ate bugs because nobody would buy their art, and they kind of considered not going back once they got a paycheck. Which is fine, but I don't think I'm ever going to see the other side of eccentricism. And I don't necessarily know if I want to now that I think about it, because maybe that is all Tory behavior on the other side. Maybe this side is based, this side is not. I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. I don't love to know your thoughts on this. I started the the tangent, and then I realized this is going nowhere. Love from Brazil? Real love from Brazil? Holy shit, I really have made it. That's crazy. I always knew that the moniker of success was come to Brazil. Brazil? It's in all of the major artists that I listen to, also known as probably not a lot of them. I'm trying to think of like what musical artists I really listen to that I follow on Twitter anymore. I don't follow like Taylor Swift. And to be fair, I don't actually listen to that much Taylor Swift. But like, I don't know. I don't know who Killua is. Killua profile picture, that's real love from Brazil? No idea. Hunter x Hunter? Question mark? I've watched enough anime when I was like a teenager to keep up with like most discussions and just kind of like infer that like side of being a nerd. But now it's been long enough that I don't know anything anymore, you know? It all has to be like, I think I remember that, and maybe based on 10 shows that I watched 5 years ago, I kind of know what you're talking about. But I still don't fully know what the fuck that means. Yeah, Killua is from Hunter x Hunter. I fucking knew it. I think, and maybe this is a controversial opinion, but I've been playing Age of Empires, as some of you might know, and in Age of Empires, you basically never get to the win condition. The win condition of the video game is like, destroy every single unit that is able to do anything, and also get rid of every single building that is able to do anything. It's like a completely unrealistic win condition. And so because of that, 99.999% of games are lost to surrender. And then I'm playing League of Legends, and most of the games there are losing to surrender. I want fighting games to become surrendering video games. I want to be able to lose round one, go, this is not the vibe, I'm fucking dead, and give up. Maybe this is because I have like a short temper, but I'm definitely like, you know how like every once in a while you'll see like someone playing Granblue, and then you'll see a clip on Twitter. Somebody is playing Granblue Fantasy Versus, and then somebody rage quits on them. And the caption that they have is like, oh bro, you're such a bitch, fucking rage quitting on me, whatever the hell. To me, I'm like, that's a huge dub. I love that. I love when someone rage quits on me. And I want to be able to Alt F4 on other people without like having to shut the entire game down and then also load it back up, wait for 5 minutes in the shittiest lobby that you've ever seen, navigate a UI that doesn't fucking make any sense, only to get back into the game and go, I want to rage quit this guy as well. I'm in my rage quit era. We need to normalize rage quitting. Just stand still then, but then you still have to like wait. I want to be able to go, no more of this. And this isn't like a, this needs to change, this needs to be standardized. It's just like I would personally like to be able to go, you know what, you win, somebody call the ref in, throw in the towel. I'm donezo here, because like you're way better than me. I pog out of my mind when somebody does it, but I would never do it myself. Alt F4ing. I wouldn't do it myself, but yeah, I definitely love when somebody rage quits on me. It's like, oh, you didn't get the points though, Yeah, but I don't fucking care. I know that I was the reason that this guy either uninstalled or is now having a horrible day. And I think that's really funny. And maybe that's me having zero sense of empathy now that I think about it, but like, I don't know, too bad. How dare you play Tekken and not the new Ultra Kill layer for us? I still haven't beat it. I beat the first level in the new Ultra Kill level, and then I just like didn't do anything. Taking sanity points instead of ranked points, that's what I'm saying. I just think, you know, we're about to run into a contradiction here. I'm very aware of it. I want you to put a pin in it and shut the fuck up when the contradiction shows up. I might really liked ranked, but I don't care about the rank points. And so I want to know that I've done damage to my opponent outside of the video game. I want that accolade to say, you are single-handedly lowering the player base. And I think that would be just based, personally. Also, nice Wi-Fi. We are in our Wi-Fi era. Again, as I've said many, many times before, I don't care about delay-based netcode. Oh, it's Wi-Fi, it's Wi-Fi. I don't fucking care. Eat my asshole. I want to be able to complain about it when it shows up, but also, I don't want to join the Twitter tirade when people are going, please, for the love of God, sort out the netcode on this game. I don't know. I think it's funny when the netcode sucks. I don't want it. I'm not saying that, like, fighting games, we need less fighting games with shittier netcode and less option selects. And I'm not kidding. But, like, you know, fucking, if the game has bad netcode, I don't really care. Like, don't play it then. Stop telling me that it needs good netcode. You think it needs good netcode. I sure as fuck don't. Tekken 8 rocks up with Tekken 7 netcode. I'm like, damn, you can play this shit online? That's crazy. And maybe that's just a sign that, like, I haven't developed in standards since, like, 2002. I found out you can play Mario. Well, you could. You can't still, but you could have played Mario Kart Double Dash online. That shit's incredible. Leon, why are you like this? I'm just in my having a good time era until I'm, like, decisively not. And I think you need to accept that. As a viewer, you definitely should have. As a sub, you definitely should have. Like, you've been here for 16 months. You know that I'm dumb as hell. You're so baby girl for that. I don't know what the fuck that means. But, thank you or fuck you, depending. Last Tekken 7 I'll ever watch in my life. Thank you, Leon. Why? Is Tekken 8 doing that stupid fucking thing where the console version releases before the PlayStation version? I understand why people do it with demos. With demos, it makes a lot of sense because it doesn't matter how many Tekken content creators who can't spell get incredibly frustrated at people leaking the demo version and, like, cracking it and then playing it outside of its allocated game time, and then they mask their, or they end their very frustrated tweet with Moscow because that's their brand now, and even when they're going, we need a public service announcement, I have to say my catchphrase. But when it comes to, like, full releases, I'm like, brother, just fucking give me the fucking game on PC at the same fucking time. Arc System Works in shambles, realizing you can release a video game on multiple platforms at the same time. Heihachi's the funniest old man that they've ever put in a fighting game. Do not fucking... don't see me with Soriz or the guy from King of Fighters or the mummy from Killer Instinct. I don't care. But Heihachi's just a funny old man. He just run away and he giggling. I'm like, that's so based. Why are people like fucking, oh, I need Jun back. I need Jun back, a character that nobody's ever fucking cared about in my entire life. And then like, Heihachi, old man runs around, throws people around the arena like they're toys, and they're like, nah, I don't give a shit. Don't get that guy back. You dumb as hell. All you stupid as fuck. Especially you, chatter. You're the dumbest motherfucker here. What about the caffeine nicotine from Samurai Showdown? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Are you talking about the big guy? The big guy in Samurai Showdown 5 who's like, this is the most based character design of all time. And then they didn't bring him back. Because of course they fucking didn't. Because what is a fighting game with interesting designs but a reason to give up? Remember when fighting games had cool designs like Gone? Remember when they just had little men in their video game? What about Rocket Raccoon? Wouldn't that be cool? But look at them now. They're like, no, we need to make a normal-sized guy. And you know what the biggest fucking crime of all of them was? Tekken X Street Fighter, the two little motherfuckers who are the PlayStation characters, you hit them and they become normal-sized characters. Bullshit. They float to the middle of the screen because they're like, well, we got to make them normal size. No, they're small little men. Make them fucking small. Make it so that all of my shit whiffs on them. And they also suck. I want them to suck. And also, they, like, infuriate half the player base. Neko Arc. Small little guy. Very funny. Single-handedly the most well-known What's the franchise? Umineko? Most known character in that franchise. People don't even know what the franchise is. But you know what? Funny little guy. Very good for the game. This game, no funny guys. That's why it's gonna die. And it's why people still talk about Tekken 3 like it's worth playing. Maybe it is, I don't know, but you can't play it on Fightcade, so how am I supposed to know? Baby Heihachi for Tekken 8, I'd be so fucking down. Oh my god. Little baby Heihachi, I would be so down. Make Mini Faust a playable character in Tekken 8. Okay, I understand that I did just go on a little tirade that somehow involved Gon, but, and I mean this unironically, the last bit, I don't even know what the fuck I said, really. It was just like a stream of consciousness that realistically probably had no redeeming value. But plus to me, I am sick of guest characters. I don't want guest characters in my video game. I want original characters. I'm tired of 2B showing up in the video game. It's fine. I'm not saying that, like, I'm uninstalling because of it, because I was never going to play Granblue anyway. But I am tired of guest characters. You have an infinite list of possibilities of what could be in your video game, but by having a guest character, I'm going to immediately assume that you've done interesting things with the character but only within the context of making it like the way that they played before. Which is not, I don't want that. Nobody is going to put 2B in their video game and then suddenly go, what if we gave them a grapple hook? Like, what if we did, like, weird shit? And it's like, you can spawn a platform. But, like, if you didn't do a guest character, you have more room to do, like, weird inventive shit that, like, doesn't exist in any fighting game. Not even just like, oh, it doesn't exist in our fighting game. It's like, no, you could do, like, weird shit. Leon would go bananas in a Fortnite lobby. I kind of don't, okay, this is boomer. This is very boomer. But, like, I don't like Fortnite for that reason. Like, the way the Fortnite looks, yeah, it's a fever dream and it's kind of funny, but I'm like, fucking, people are really, like, buying Ariana Grande because it's like, oh, it's Ariana Grande. It's not like, oh, I fucking like the way this original idea looks. Let's buy that. They shovel that shit in the battle pass, and then people go like, oh, fucking old goofy ass doesn't even have Peter Griffin. And it's like, fucking, what happened to people liking original content? The answer is, it still exists. I don't know why I even posited the question when I know the answer. But, I want to see that shit more. Okay, I believe that I beat this guy now. Oh, no. Ooh. Is what the fuck game a valid thing to say anymore? I feel like it is. I feel like, you know, if I meant to do a button and I input it slightly wrong, it's still on the game. Because I'm a man-child. Oh my god, I'm fucking pressing the wrong combo. I want to be allowed to make excuses. And big FGC won't let me. They're like, no, you got to adapt. I'm like, no, I want to make excuses. I want to be bitch made. Let me be bitch made. What they didn't know is that I already am. Also, this guy knows how to break? What the fuck? I don't think I've ever, like, learned how to break in this game. I can't identify left hand, right hand quick enough. Like, I don't know how he's managing to break that on time. And that? Like, what the hell? Forward, 1+2 is obvious because the dash. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I thought he was looking at my hands. He's not looking at my hands. He's looking at my legs. Damn. Well, fair enough. But both of them are forwards. Wait, hold on a minute. That don't make no sense. Both of them are forward, 1+2 and 1+4. I don't know. Just jab them before they grab 3 head. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, both are 1+2 grabs. Oh, I see. I should have been doing normal grabs then. I really thought because it was a 1+4 and the 1 is the hand button, I assumed it would have been a 1 break. I don't like that about Tekken as well. Can we do a things that we don't like about Tekken round? I understand that that's a bit, like, overplayed at this point because we've had, like, 2 years of people going, Tekken sucks. And it's like, yeah, Tekken's fine. But I don't like the fact the breaks are, like, you know, it's a 1+4 break, but is it a 1 break or is it a combination break? And it's like, you don't know. until somebody just tells you. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like, the way that the, like, King's breaks work, I'm like, this is stupid as hell. I don't even think you should be allowed to break throws. I know that that's probably very controversial. But, like, I'm just like, brother, they hit you with it. Like, that's on you. You need to look at the hands. You do have to look at the hands, but there are times where it's just like, I just can't see the fucking hand. Punk Duck, who may or may not be in the chat, he plays Kunimitsu every once in a while, and every single time comes to the conclusion that he doesn't like the character. But Kunimitsu has, like, a grab that comes from, like, crouching, and I've been hit by it, like, at least 100 times. I still don't know what the break is. Because I'm just like, what hand came out first? I don't know. Like, I wasn't looking at the hands that intensely. I'm looking at, like, toes and spacing and, like, the fun shit. I'm looking at the macro, not the fucking micro of, like, which pinky finger did they lift up. I don't care. I want to be an old man. I want to giggle. I don't want to fucking look at fingies. Toes, the fun shit. Oh, fuck. No. That's a fat fucking excuse. I'm a yoink it. Hell yeah. We need to start just accepting people making excuses. It's like, oh, fucking, why are you complaining about your video game? Because I'm upset. Like, fucking, Crying Brian was right. You know? Maybe he shouldn't have been crying. Maybe he shouldn't have called himself a real N-word as well. But, you know, like, Crying Brian was right. We need to normalize being a man-child. We do! I'm playing a silly fucking video game. Let me complain about shit, you know? Normalize DSP being right. Okay, maybe I take it back. You are not allowed to be upset online. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to be upset online. I'm just saying that, like, people, the moment that you are upset offline, online, whatever the fuck, the moment you're upset online, people will immediately, like, be, like, throwing solutions at you, and it's like, yeah, okay, these are actually, like, pretty useful. But also, the problem that I have right now is not that I need a solution. The problem right now is that I need somebody to go like, yeah, alright. Like, holy fuck. The amount of times that you're playing, like, fucking Guilty Gear, and you know the solution to a problem, and you go like, I fucking hate this shit, man. This shit sucks. And then somebody tells you the solution, like you don't already fucking know it. It's not that I don't know the answer, it's that I'm upset at the outcome. Fucking, let me have some emotion, please. It's just like, I don't know. I genuinely feel this. Sometimes it feels like fighting game players forget that, like, I'm annoyed, not because I don't know what's going on, but because I'm just annoyed, you know? I'm human! Let me be annoyed at shit. Let everyone be a little bit annoyed at shit. We all have shit that we don't like. And sometimes you learn the solution and you're still like, I still don't like it. You know, like, fucking... how do you feel about Rip retiring after Combo Breaker? I think that's fine. Like, I'm not happy about it, obviously. But, you know, I think that it's good that he's going out whilst he's missed, rather than going out having oversaturated, been in every single commentary block ever, and people are sick of him, you know? You always want to go out when people want a little bit more. And I want a little bit more Rip. I think that all of the Tekken commentators right now I want a little bit more of. But if any of them were gonna leave, it would be like, you know what? Fair enough. At least I didn't get, like, annoyed by them showing up everywhere. I say this because there was a period in Smash commentary where, and the person is now cancelled, but there was a period in Smash commentary when there was just, like, there was one guy that was in every single fucking tournament cast every single time. And I was like, I can't fucking stand this guy anymore. Not because he's a bad commentator, but because he's fucking everywhere. And then he got cancelled, and I was like, you know what? Good. I'm sick of this motherfucker. Obviously, I'm not glad that that was, like, you know, I'm not glad that he did bad things, but I'm like, fuck, I'm glad that that motherfucker is not going to show up in my ears anymore. Does this mean that we get more Hell Pockets on the mic? Oh, this is actually true as well. With Rip retiring, it means that other people get the shot to, like, take the spotlight. And that's always good. I feel like Tekken, especially, has had, like, the same commentators for a little while now. Maybe it's just that I'm, like, watching too many of the big tournaments and I'm not, like, listening to enough of the small stuff. But it kind of feels like some of the commentators had a monopoly. Not literally, obviously. I'm not accusing them of a crime. But it means that, like, there's now a spot opening up for somebody else to, like, come in and be like, I'm gonna be the next GOAT. And I'm like, yeah, fucking let's do that. It's best to go out when you're still loved. So true. It's why it's a problem that I'm still around. People fucking hate me now. And I'm like, ah, fuck. Well, I'm here now, so I might as well just keep going. They've developed a cult personality and people will show up for them rather than the actual tournament sometimes. Do you mean the commentators or do you mean Hell Pockets? What do you mean? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sorry, Steve, I've lost myself in the conversation. Even though the conversation was, damn, I fucking got up at the wrong time. Or commentators? Big time commentators, you mean? This is true, but that's also, like, good. That's also good for communities. Like, for example, if Sajam decides to do a smaller game, if he decided to do, like, uni commentary, people would show up for Sajam, and then maybe they'd go, hold on a minute, this game's fucking tight. And then, you know, they keep going. You're hated since when? I've seen it, like, here and there. It was more prevalent after the Guilty Gear Strive review more than anything. I think now people kind of have forgotten that I exist more than anything. Which I think might be a good thing, to be fair. Maybe it's a clean slate. But also, I don't really look at, like, discussion that much, and so maybe it's like people hate me, maybe people don't even know I exist, maybe people like me, I don't know. I'm out here going, when's the next balatro update? Balatro today? Oh, fuck. Okay, this is completely unrelated to what the fuck I was just saying. There is a game called Mortal Sin, and it was already on my wish list because it looked really fucking cool, and I was like, this is so based. This game looks incredible. And then the other day, maybe a month ago-ish, I got an email from the dev, and they were like, do you want a key in exchange for, like, just, like, a little bit of promotion? And I was like, I'll be honest, I don't know when I'm going to get around to this game. And so, like, I don't know when I'm going to get around to the game. And also, it's already on my wish list. So, don't give me the key. I'll pay for it. I am so glad that I paid for it. Because it's really fucking good. It's like if you gave Chivalry a single-player fighting game mode, and the single-player fighting game mode had, like, really freeform combos thanks to cancels, and also it was like a dungeon crawler and had a really interesting color palette. It's fucking sick. Mortal Sin is great. It reminded me a bit of Dark Messiah, but with more depth. Oh, so true, so true. Dark Messiah, yeah, 100%. It doesn't have the environmental shit of Dark Messiah, but it's still really fucking good. I think you're out of the zeitgeist after the Skullgirls shit. What does zeitgeist mean? Am I silly? Because bald. I'm sure that there's more valid reasons to dislike me. Probably my awful takes. That's probably the main one. Let's go skiing. We're not going skiing. Skiing as a holiday doesn't make any sense. I saw a tweet today that was like, skiing as a holiday is dumb as fuck. It's cold and you fall over a lot. Also, it's Tory. And I kind of agree. I just don't see why I would go on a skiing holiday to be cold. Shit's dumb as hell. I want to be warm, and I want to be at a tournament as well. Which that sounds really dumb. But like every time I've been on holiday in the last 6 years, maybe even 7 years, it's been to go to a tournament. Which I think might be a problem, but also at the same time, I wouldn't want to do it any other way. This guy's name is Bye Bye Tekken 7. This game has decent online. You'll still be playing it. It's fine. Ultra 4 still has the worst netcode of all time, right next to Ultimate Marvel 3, somehow. And people are still playing that shit. People will still be playing Tekken 7. In a month's time after Tekken 8 comes out, people will be talking about Tekken 7 Season 3 like it's the best shit that ever happened to them. Forgetting that a week before Tekken 8's release, they were going, this is the worst game I've ever played in my life. I'm so glad that I've only put 4,000 hours into it instead of 5,000 hours. People who go skiing for holiday are the same dudes who spend their retirement on a rowing club. I don't know if that's true, but it definitely seems like it's definitely like a privilege holiday. It's no offense to anyone who has gone on a skiing trip, which I know one person in the chat has. But it's just like, fuck, I wouldn't have the money for that shit. You're fucking crazy. The moment that it's like paying for shit outside of the flight, it's like, it better be free. Accommodation? Bushes. I go wherever the pigeons go. No, 442 is unblockable, bro. Offense to anyone that goes skiing, because I don't. I don't know if that's what you're saying or you're saying that's what I'm saying. But either way, based so true. I love that for you, Umphy. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays? It is very weird going from being on the internet and being a part of the populace of like 16 to 22 year olds who like all are just kind of like constantly on the same wavelength, to being outside of that demographic now, looking back inside, and it's like, holy shit, everyone has anime profile pictures, furry profile pictures, and like kind of like a cartoon that looks like Adventure Time but isn't Adventure Time. And I'm like, what happened? When did I suddenly log onto the internet and not understand what was happening? I'm not necessarily sure that I want to go back to understanding what was happening, because I was a pretty weird guy when I knew what was going on. But it's odd to look back and be like, I'm never gonna be that guy, and now I am that guy, and I'm like, brother, what's going on? So I'm a player who mostly plays set play characters, Byakuya and Carmine and Uni, Arakune and BBCF. Damn, people fucking hate you. And so I was really looking forward to nearing Granblue, but I feel like the character hate for that character has gotten to the point where I don't want to pick her up. And I'm used to playing hate for Arakune. This is true. People do hate you for that. But also, like, I don't know. You're playing Granblue anyway. The kind of people that are going to be, like, playing Granblue at the level that I assume that you're going to be playing at, because you're talking about fighting games from a higher level discussion. Like, you know what a set play is. And so the people that you're going to play against are kind of going to be in the position where they're going to say, they're going to complain, and then simultaneously a sentence later, they're going to see somebody else complain, and then they're going to go adapt. So, like, fuck them, really. But Zenobi is right. You should just ignore the hate. Like, I mean, nobody hates you on a personal level because of the character you play. People hate you on a personal level because, I don't know, something that is both insulting enough to make you feel personally attacked, but also not too insulting to make you feel offended. Fill in the blank stream. This really is, the goal for this stream is just to end up as the coloring book of streaming. You know, I give you a setup, but it's up to you to fill in the blanks and make the picture your own. You make the joke your own. I hope that you +2'd yourself at the end of it, and simultaneously +2'd me. I hate you on a personal level because of the character you like. I mean, to be fair, I've definitely hated people on a personal level because they beat me in Rocket League. In fact, I said this was the tangent that I went on at the start of the stream. Draw the other half of the horse. Make the other half of the stream. That's why I only ever stream for like an hour, because I'm like, yeah, you can fill in the blanks. Tekken 7 got way too much hate. I'm gonna just throw it out there. Even from me. And I fucking hated this game. But this game got way too much hate. I'm just like, I'm moving around now and I'm like, damn, this game's pretty fucking fun. And the fact that like you get Tekken 7 moments, I'm like, that's funny as hell. It was like, oh, we fucking like phased through each other and the attack missed. It's like, yeah, but it's funny. Who gives a shit? I understand that, like, people are like, holy fuck, Season 2. And rightfully so, Season 2 was pretty good for when Not Luigi eventually watches this VOD back. I know, you're right, I get it. But, like, also at the same time, I don't know, I feel like Tekken 7 right at the end was still pretty good. Tekken 7 needed to add sidestep to more characters, that's all. That's what I'm saying. You know the rubbish video? The Tekken Tag 2? It's like, I can't remember what the title is exactly. But it's the video that points out that, like, sidestep is too strong in that video game. It's, like, a part of it. But I do agree that, like, for a lot of people, that isn't actually what they want. Or at the very least, it's not what they say they want. I want that. I definitely want that. Like, to me, I'm like, 11 frames? I played enough fucking Third Strike to know that I want 11 frame parry. Give me that sidestep that fucking negates basically everything. Hell yeah. Boring at breakneck speeds. That's true. That video was incredibly good, but also the video game that it describes, I'm like, that sounds based. That's what I want. But also, Rubbish is right in that video where they say the crossover between, like, people that want a completely symmetrical video game in chess is not that similar. And I'm like, damn, you're kind of right. I'm like 100 elo in chess because I just can't pay attention. I know what the right move is. I just don't want to play it. I'm bored. Like, I'm just like, I want the game to be over. I want to stop waiting so fucking long to play the next turn. Just fucking move the pieces. And then it's like, oh, just play like 1 minute chess. And I'm like, this is too quick. Now I don't know what's going on. People hate what they don't understand. No. This is a situation, though, where people hate what they do understand. Like, people are, like, they're pogging out their mind. They're like, I want Tekken Tag 2 to come back. I want Tekken Tag 2 to come back. And then, wait, no, you're right. You're right. Don't worry. I'm dumb as hell. I've just, like, run the sentence back through my head a couple of times. You're right. Okay. The competitive extreme, or the complete extreme of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I remember being fucked. I mean, that's fine. How has the Heihachi grind been going? I wouldn't call it a grind. I am pushing buttons that I think are fun, you know? If it was a grind, I would be like, I need to win. I need the rank to go up. I'm like, I don't know. I think like Electric's pretty funny. I love being plus on block. The fact that you can do 1, back 2, back 4, and it's like, I'm gonna be +4 at the end of this. It's like funny as hell. This shit goofy as fuck. And L. It's true. I mean, I don't understand how like people win on stream, if I'm being completely honest. I don't have the brain space to actually win at the video game and play on stream at the same time. Playing ranked fighting games for fun couldn't be me. You're in the wrong stream. I'm on team ranked is fun as hell. You get to match up with a random guy, play for 3 games, and then at the end of it go, I want that guy to kill himself. And I think that's fucking hilarious. And you don't mean it, but you do feel it. Playing to have fun, bro, is literally me. I'm playing to get mad. I don't know what you're talking about. There's definitely like periods in my life where I'm playing video games just to get upset. Like, in my head, I'm going, I'm gonna have fun now. But really what I'm doing is like, I'm gonna log in, win or lose, I'm gonna be genuinely infuriated by the end of this. And I know it, but I'm still gonna log in and do it. I don't mean it, but I do feel that there's some truth. That's what I'm saying. We're all fucked up. We're all fucked up little guys. And we don't like it, but the fact that we don't like it means that there's like a good portion inside of us that is screaming at the cages to get out. And you hold on to that as your personality. You can't blame yourself for having like horrible intrusive thoughts. You can only blame yourself if you like let it come out. You can think horrible things and if you think horrible things, that's fine. If you voice them out into the world, that's when it's a problem. You can't stop your brain from occasionally being like, let's think of something fucked. Because you're human. You think about driving into the oncoming lane while driving all the time. It's only human. You're not insane. You're just a normal person. It's if you do it that it's like, okay, you're fucked. You need to go and see somebody. To be fair, if you think it all the time, maybe, you know, if you're like driving to the hospital and you're thinking, I'm gonna drive into the oncoming traffic, it's like, okay, maybe you do need to go and see somebody professional. But you know, I like being fucked up and little. So true. Let's do one more set, and then I want to do a little bit of Rumbleverse island exploration. Just a little, just a smidge. I think I might stream Tekken 7 until, because I've run out of video games to play. I think I might stream Tekken 7 until Tekken 8 comes out. Because I've run out of video games that I really want to play on stream. I don't really want to play Guilty Gear on stream. I don't know why. Something in my brain is just going like, you just don't want to play Guilty Gear on stream. But I think that Tekken... Am I going to play Uni 2? No. I'm not going to play Uni 2 not because I don't want to play it. I'm not going to play Uni 2 because I don't have enough money to buy that and Tekken 8. In fact, I don't really even have enough money to buy Tekken 8. But I know that Tekken 8, I can make my money back on stream. So, if I'm going to buy one of them, I might as well buy the one that gives me the chance to, you know, bring it back eventually. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. The moral of the story is impulsive and intrusive thoughts are completely different. Yeah, basically. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, let's leave it there. Because otherwise it becomes a long moral discussion, and it's like you're watching a Twitch stream. I don't think this isn't a place to really like even discover philosophy, considering like the philosophy of a lot of people on this website is this streamer a woman, and can I have her address? Not the people streaming, obviously, the people watching is what I'm saying. People that are browsing, just chatting streams, that's why I imagine that they do. This is a crazy stream. I just kind of say words. It's not that crazy. I go on losing streaks. I go on losing streaks for an hour and a half. Sometimes I'm really annoyed by it. Sometimes I get double perfected right at the end of my stream. I say some insane shit. Well, not some insane shit. I say some shit that's like mildly insane but hasn't been said for a while. And then we all go home, you know? It goes from, can I have your address, to I see you. So true. So true. Today, an Italian streamer and YouTuber who plays fighting games posted a video that reminded me of your videos from like 3 years ago. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad that I'm still in somewhere in that brain of yours going, that guy made videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Now give me money. I'm not being serious. I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that I like money. I actually don't know if I like money. I think I've realized that I am a person who is not financially motivated. Maybe I should be financially motivated a little bit. But like, I'm looking at all the videos that I want to make. And here's like the videos that I know will do well. Popular fighting game, character who is bottom tier, or character who is banned. All of those videos, they hit like 200,000 views. Easy. Easy. The videos that I want to make, what about this Age of Empires game that took 4 days? What about this, this game that you can't play anymore, and like what really killed the video game? Was it the player base? Was it the publisher? Was it the player base not spending any money on the video game? And I have like another video that I want to make, which is just like, I want to look, and this might be the most insane out of all of them. I want to look at what killed the dodo. Because obviously it's human intervention. Obviously it's literally human intervention. That's like a really quick answer. But reading into it, it's like, it's kind of ambiguous as to what inhuman intervention actually killed the dodo. Because it's like, oh, they were hunted. It's like, there's evidence that like, they were hunted a little bit, but like not to the point of like extinction. It was like, they did it when there was like, oh, we need like a little bit of extra food. But also it's like, well, maybe it was just like we brought disease along, but it's like, well, human-animal disease doesn't really like come along all that much. But then it's like, okay, what if we brought like cats or we brought rats? It's like, could it have been that we brought in an invasive species? It's like, it could have been anything. And I'm just like, that would be fucking, I think that would go crazy. I think that would be a really fun video. I would be like, what actually did kill the fucking dodo? What specifically about that shit? I'm just saying. What if they were just real stupid? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. What if they lived on an island for like many, many years, and then humans came along and they went, where the fuck did these guys come from? And then they tried to walk out from the center. They saw a big pile of water and they went, I'm gonna swim that. And then they drowned themselves. We don't know. I mean, we do kind of know. We like vaguely know. Do you lay in bed at night and think about what could have killed them? I lay in bed at night and I go, what specifically killed them? Dodo should have just learnt the matchup. That's the thing, what matchup was it? What matchup was it? You got to think bigger picture. Okay, let's do Rumbleverse for a bit. I don't know how much there is to explore in the Rumbleverse map. And also, I'm going to be honest here. I am appropriating culture. I did not play Rumbleverse whilst it was active. Is Rumbleverse back? No. No, it's not. No, it's not. Of course it's not. It's never going to be back as well. Game's dead as hell. Also, I might get banned for this. You'll see why in a second. Probably not the best way to start this. But... you know, sometimes you have to finish the tangents that I develop on stream. This is going to be like, it's an inverse. It's an improv exercise. You're going to create your own beginning of a tangent that I've made, and then I'm going to finish it. That's how we do it here now, right now, apparently. We're in POG. All right, so... I am culturally appropriating Rumbleverse right now, if I'm being completely honest. Why is it not respawning me? I am culturally appropriating Rumbleverse right now because I never played this game whilst it was active. And that's kind of why I'm like, goddamn, I want this shit back. Because, oh, okay, this is why I might get banned. Look at that big old dumper. But I want Rumbleverse back because it was a game that I only ever watched, and I never actually ended up playing. So it was like, oh, Rumbleverse is so pog, Rumbleverse is so pog, I'll play it eventually. I was lying to myself, I wasn't going to play it eventually. And then the game died, and I was like, I don't really care, I never even played it. And then, what do? But you sit there, and you watch a 12-hour Northern Lion compilation playing Rumbleverse, and you go, this game's so based. I can't wait to not play it because it's not alive. But now with the possibility that this game might come back, I think they got bot lobbies set up today. It requires a couple of extra steps to get working that I haven't like implemented. But now that there's like an effort to get this game back, and it looks like they're making progress. I don't know how much, like, legitimate progress is being made, and kind of, like, it seems like the people that are running it are like, we think that we're onto something, but we're also not 100% sure. It's like, oh, fuck. We might actually be at, like, ground zero of this game coming back. I was gonna say NL got weirdly good at this game. I was told by a friend that was very into Rumbleverse. No, he didn't. Basically, he said, like, yeah, Northern Lion, he was playing Rumbleverse, but he wasn't really playing Rumbleverse, you know? It was fun to just watch Ketchup and Mustard combo randoms to death in Rumbleverse. Hell yeah. See, I don't know what this game was like when it was active, but from looking at Northern Lion's footage, I'm like, damn, people were ass at this game. It seemed like if you had like a little bit of fighting game fundamentals, it's like you kind of swept for a while. Maybe your elo eventually like reaches a point where it's like you're playing with real gamers again, but it seems like this game never got to the point where it was like everyone is a sweat. And that's what I want. If you knew how to play neutral and spacing, yeah, you tended to rock shit. Hell yeah, that's what I wanted. I want a game that is real, like, simple enough that I can just understand it by playing, like, I think you're going to be at this range in, like, a move's time. And then being right and going, yeah, I'm fucking goated with it. It was like an accessible fighting game because 3D platforming was also important in being good. I didn't know that. I thought there was just, like, you know, there's 3D involved that occasionally lets you just, like, drop on someone. I still have... You know, I watched the Rumbleverse clips of Northern Lion playing, and just the dream of just like, what if I landed on someone with one of these? It keeps me up at night. I'm like, bro, I'm never gonna know the experience of dropping on someone and rocking their shit from like sky high, and that makes me miserable. I want it back. I never played it and I want it back. I want it singular. To me, if Rumbleverse came out, it would be like if a whole new video game came out. I'd be like, I don't know anything about this game. I'd get upset by it. I'd be frustrated. I'd be like, this game sucks after 20 hours, and then I'd load it back up and I'd play it for 1,000 hours. Me doing Tekken 7 again. It'd be so sick. It's just so sad to see it go. I think this is the only game that, like, is now completely inaccessible that I'm like, I want that shit back. Rising Thunder was that before it came back. I think this is the only game now where I'm like, this game needs to be preserved in some way. I'm not really like a big game preservation guy, but I think because I never got to play this one, it's like triggered something in my brain to go like, you need to play it, even though you can't. Also, I think this is the Season 2 map. From what I understand, this bit was all Season 1, and that over there was Season 2. Am I correct? Rumbleverse heads, please come through. Was there any, like... And this is how you can tell that I didn't play this game. Was there any, like, Easter eggs around the map? Like, visual, just, like, gags? that I can go and find. I think this game... Okay, so one thing that I did see about this game that I disagreed with even at the time, even before I was like, oh, I'm interested in playing this game, was people were saying Rumbleverse kind of looks ass visually. And I don't know, I don't think I've ever disagreed with people more than that point in my life. Sure, it's not like to everyone's taste, but like it's extremely stylized. And I don't understand how people looked at this and went, this game looks bad, instead of going, this game isn't how I would want it to look. I would want it to have a lot of, you know, anime characters on it, and also RE big tits, massive tits, perfect size tits, you know? A part of me wonders if that was what people meant, or people meant, no, actually, I want it to look like Cruelty Squad. Leon, can you put your cam in a reasonable position? I want to see the Rumbler's arse. Well, right now, I'm Hakan, all of a sudden? What's happened? There we go. There is your Rumbler ass. I don't know how it's gonna come through on stream with compression now that I've oiled myself up. He said shower and he truly meant it. But something about this, I'm like, I know it's stupid to be like, I'm moving around and it feels so good. I never played it. But like, I'm moving around and it feels so good. And I'm mad that I never played it. I'm just like, I just feel like it's one of those games where it's like, surely this died for like reasons that are stupid as opposed to nobody was playing it. Were people playing this? Surely people were playing it. Like, God. Personally, I'd take a character design that looks like a caricature over anything realistic or anime. That's what I'm fucking saying. It's like you look at the fighters and it's like, yeah, they're not like attractive, but like they're like garish in a way that is really endearing to me at the very least. I'm like, I think this game looks dumb as hell and I like that. It's a game of little guys. Like, this is a little man. He is a little guy. And I want to go rumbling with him. People were playing it. Honestly, I think the style that it had got in the way of the microtransactions, making much out of it. Maybe. But the thing is, I don't know. Because it's like, you say that, but I don't think anyone is like buying shit in like the finals, for example. And the finals is a game with an art style that is more adjacent to what I think people would normally spend money on, you know? Bro just wants his little guys. It is true. I do just want my little guys. I spent over $100 in Rumbleverse and I would do it again. Okay. This is contradictory because I never played it in the first place. But if Iron Galaxy came out and was like, boys, we're not making enough money to like maintain the servers, I'd drop a couple hundy on, maybe not a couple hundy actually. I don't even have the money to buy Undernight. Maybe a hundy is like ambitious. But I would drop a couple dollars in Rumbleverse. I'd buy a battle pass, you know. If the game's dying, I'd just be a little transparent. I'll be like, you know what, fair enough. Maybe that's like me being, I want smaller games with less graphics and less detail, yada yada yada. Though, because I'm sure that people would see that and go, cash grab, lazy developers, blah blah blah. The usual. By spending $100 in Rumbleverse, you've achieved both based and cringe. Cringe for being a whale in a video game, based for being a whale in Rumbleverse. Video game communism. I do want video game communism. Actually, maybe that's not true. I finished Inscription yesterday, and as I finished Inscription, I went, yeah, I don't think I would have paid more money for that than what I paid. Which is only like $12, no, pounds, rather. But I definitely wouldn't have spent more money on that game, even though it kind of deserved it. There was a lot of like really good art in that game, but still. Cringe for dropping $100 on a game that EOS'd after a couple of months. I wouldn't call it cringe. I wouldn't call it cringe. I would call it cringe if it was like Honkai Star Rail, or like a game that is already getting like a million people that are spending a fucking 3 digits on it anyway. But it was Rumbleverse. It was a little baby game. It was a little baby game that didn't make enough money to stay alive for more than a couple of months. But you know, like, games are weird from a pricing standpoint. Like, how much should you pay for art? I mean, the thing that's a weirder discussion for me is, like, it's weird how game developers generally speaking, will probably end up with some of the most technical and specialized jobs, but are also simultaneously getting paid, like, nowhere near enough for what they are, like, capable of doing, and also way too much for a 10-man dev team. Like, if you're looking at, like, a 10-man dev team, it's like, you have to be paying at least, like, $350,000 every single month on, like, the amount that you pay your staff, and simultaneously each of those devs is not being paid enough for the amount of work that they are doing. It's like, it's really rough. I used to play this game a bunch. Can you get to Low-Key Island, or is this pre-recorded? Low-Key Island. Which one is Low-Key Island? Is that season 1 or season 2? Is that like a thing that they got rid of for season 2? Low-Key Island. Is that the island on the top right side? Okay, I can get there. Let's get there. There's not going to be a lot there, but we can get there. Also, to the person who said, is this game still out there? If you type !how in the chat, it will bring up the Discord that is trying to revive this game. The answer is no, but maybe changing. See, how can you look at this and go like, this game, oh shit, this game like looks bad. It's like, this game just looks goofy and it looks goofy and it wants to make shit look goofy. How can you not respect that? I just think that's kind of base. We got here. What did you... Question for that, chatter. Did you specifically want something from this, or did you just want to see it? Oh, fuck. Be back on this shit. The awkward 3D Nickelodeon cartoon aesthetic. Fanboy and chum-chum core. I don't know what the fuck that means, but... No, I disagree. I think this game looks sick as hell. If I made this, I'd be like, I'm proud as fuck. And the devs should be. They made something that like was like cool and unique, and... I think it was sick with it. It's just very unfortunate that like it just didn't seem to go anywhere. There's also a ton of fun sounds and details not working in this game right now because you're on this weird build. It's even better in the real game. I don't know how to tell you this, but this is the real game now. I don't think this is all we've got because people like the Discord is like making discoveries like every single day, basically. They discovered bot games, or they discovered the Battle Royale, like how to trigger a Battle Royale today, but it requires doing like a couple of inject things that I didn't have time to and did not understand how to set up. But it's nuts. It's so sad that this game is just never, well, maybe it's not never coming back, but I don't know. I want to see it come back in like an official capacity as well. I don't want it to just be like, oh fuck, the Discord got it to work. It's like, no, I want to see the developers who worked hard on this see their thing that they made live on. But maybe that's just ambitious. Maybe that's too much to ask. I'm clean! No, I'm piss. Oh, I'm covered in piss. Sajam cosplayed Gold Lewis in this game when it launched. In my head, for some reason, this game was like 2019. And it just wasn't. But for some reason in my brain, it is the exact same time period as like pre-COVID. Tekken Season 3 is just about to come out. Was it Tekken Season 3? One of them. But, you know, it was that kind of point in time. It just wasn't. It's like quite recent. It's just sad. Just sad. People will never know the mysteries of the Cavadrome, or Dome, whatever. 2019 to 2023 is kind of blurry. Brother, you're telling me. I feel like my life hasn't changed since 2021, which is, maybe that sounds either insane or completely normal, depending on where you are in life. But when I was like 24, I was like, holy fuck, YouTube is gonna start like popping off. I just need to like give it a couple more months. And now it's like 2024 and it's 2024 and I've basically made like 10 videos since then, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm definitely like waiting on the next stage of my life to exist, which is very stupid of me because I need to be the person to make the next stage of my... Whoa! Listen to him go. I'm the person that needs to make the next stage of my life happen, And yet, my brain doesn't clock that and is going, just wait a little longer. Just wait a little longer and somebody will come along and give you £1 million and a beautiful wife and a Peloton and you'll go bald. And it's like, well, I made myself go bald and now I need to make myself do the rest of it. Also, I'll become very Vancouver-pilled? Question mark? My voice is going. Okay. I think I'm gonna come back to the stream. I'll come back to Rumbleverse when there is something a bit more playable. Something akin to a bot lobby, which, to be fair, I think that's just on me. I think I just need to go through the steps and actually go through it. But I will come back when there is more to see. Because right now, it's very impressive that, like, we're even able to do this. But it's not anything that's, like, worth streaming much. This is like a 10-minute stream of like, oh, let's go around, let's walk around. But the moment there's a bot game, the moment I can make a combo video, yo, cheesy peeps, man. Now that's what I'm looking for. You should check out the Steel Hill Jam on itch.io for more Rumbleverse-like stuff. That's kind of based. I don't know how a game jam ends up being like Rumbleverse, but that's pretty based. Right now I'm waiting for Marvel vs. Capcom Community Edition. You should be waiting on Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade Edition, where they give the game not playable netcode, but enough players to make it so that I don't feel like I'm getting absolutely destroyed every single game. I would play Marvel more, not even if the netcode was any better, just if there were more people that were bad. And I mean that. Anyway, okay. It's been a good stream. I hope people enjoy going through the Discord and going, what the fuck is going on? And I'll be back on Friday. Okay. I explode now. Goodbye.